Nothing is worse than forgetting important documents at home. Today we're giving you a checklist of 10 documents that you shouldn't forget on any cruise, not only on a world cruise.
Number 1, passport and visa.
Yeah, quite obviously, if you want to travel to a foreign country, don't forget your passport. And if you don't have one, also plan that it takes quite a while until you get your passport. And sometimes, especially when you're planning to go on a cruise, they require that the visa is in place before you can fill the manifest, so the document that you need to fill in before you go on board. So you cannot say, okay, maybe it's in the second part of the trip and I will do it later on. The cruise company might say, yeah, without that visa, you're not going on board. So also take care of that before you go on board.
Number 2, photocopy of most important documents.
Yeah, especially if you're in a country that feels less safe, it's a good idea to have photocopies of important documents with you. So if you lose your passport, which you shouldn't, of course, then at least you have something to start from. Or sometimes it is sufficient to just bring the photocopy and you can leave the passport in your room safe, which is, of course, for obvious reasons, a better idea.
Number 3, credit and debit cards.
You can pay all the stuff on cruise ships basically with your room key. And yeah, of course, for obvious reasons, you should have it with you. So you don't need the credit card on board as such. You just need to file it once and they can then afterwards charge it to the credit card. But the stuff you spend on board, that's no problem. So if you want to book an excursion, that just goes to your account. And then at the end of the cruise, they will just bill it to your credit card. If you want to do some shopping on land, of course, don't forget the cards, the credit card, the debit card that you plan to use. On that, we will also do a separate video and giving you some tips what to do and how to select these and how to make sure they don't break during the cruise. So subscribe to this channel if you want to see that video.
Number 4, vaccination documents.
Yeah, there has been a time a few years ago when that was most important. It is also still important, especially if you're going to an area that has yellow fever or something. So yeah, of course, this is no medical advice that we're providing here, but talk to a doctor, talk to a professional about that and make sure that you have all the vaccinations in place that are required or that you feel that you require.
Number 5, booking documents.
This one is, a more question of type. So somebody...
It's the typical German thing. We are absolutely digital, hence we print out our booking documents and bring it on as a paper version.
Yeah.
That's German, I would say. 100% German.
I don't know. If you're German and you also print your documents, just write a comment. Actually, I find it quite useful because sometimes you don't have proper internet access and of course you can download stuff to your wallet and that's basically also the two options that you have. But I have the feeling in some countries it is easier when you just can present a paper document instead of some cell phone stuff. So if people are a little bit more into their old-fashioned qualities, they like paper documents more. So your choice, paper documents or wallet, but just think about bringing them to the cruise.
As we mentioned in one of our other videos, some countries are not that safe, hence it's recommended not to use your mobile phone. And in such countries, it is really helpful to have a paper version of your booking documents.
Yeah.
Number 6, international driver license.
For many countries, it's if you have like us, a German driver's license, you don't need an international driver's license for most countries if you're just on a short stay there. But for some countries, it's really recommended. So check beforehand if you need a special one because they also, it takes some time until you get the international driver license. So if you're going on a cruise tomorrow and you don't have it yet, that might be a problem.
For us, it took almost 6 weeks. Yeah. Number 7, diver's license.
There are some licenses that you might need if you plan certain excursions, like a diver's license. Don't forget to bring them in an appropriate format.
Number 8, travel insurance.
We will also do a separate video on that one. Quite important if you have a travel insurance but you don't have the contact details. So if something should happen during the travel, which of course I don't wish to you, but then it's always good to have, again, a piece of paper, sorry about that, written down and the contact details somewhere near your important documents. So if something happened, your significant other or the crew on board can easily find, okay, how about the insurance of that person? And yeah, of course, if it comes, if you're still okay, but you have to make rearrangements, it's also easier if you don't have to browse the internet for ages. So yeah, if you're going for the digital version, save it in a place where you will find it again.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Health insurance. Yeah, that's also part of the travel insurance. Yeah, just make sure that the data is readily available so that also your partner or travel companion can easily find that.
And number 10. I can't read it.
Update your Apple Health smartphone Health Pass if you have something like that. Especially, yeah, if you're traveling alone, that's quite helpful if something in your emergency pass is there. So should something happen, that people can easily find the data and yeah, know what to do with you and whom to contact. So that's basically our top 10 documents not to miss on a cruise or any longer travel. Yeah, if we're missing something important, just write it in the comments and don't forget to like this video.